Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Now, I filmed a video on this before, a long time ago, but it is a question that I always get. And you know, when I'm answering these questions, I'm kind of flowing in the spirit, just coming just right off the top of the dome, which for me is the same thing as flowing in the spirit. And so maybe I said, you know what, let me do this again, and just in case information has updated. And this, first I want to say, this isn't a question that you should be asking, but because it is a question that so many women ask, I'm answering it. Because yes, naturally you shouldn't be focused on a man and what he's doing and what he's worrying about. You should be focused on yourself. But at the same time, when you do that, that actually becomes one of the things that makes him regret losing you. And why women ask this question, I do not know, because I am not a woman. But one thing I will say, from a male perspective, there are things that makes a man regrets losing a woman. Now, the first thing is no contact. When a woman moves on with her life and she basically, her actions says okay. Like if a man said, hey, I'm not going to be man enough and grow to the point where you want to be with me, and he made you break up with him. Or if he tells you, hey, I don't think this is a fit, I think we should go our separate ways. Either way, he still said something. So when your actions say okay and you move on with your life, you're not watching his stories, you're not liking his posts, you're not texting him, you're not calling him, you're not asking anybody about him. So nobody can come to him and say, hey, your ex asked me how you were doing, or your ex called me to talk about you and to talk about the breakup. Nobody can come to him and say that. That is the first thing that makes a man regret losing a woman, because now he has no access to your life and he does not know where you are, what you're doing, what you got going on. And that says a lot. Now, the next thing that makes a man regret losing a woman is when the woman glows up. You cannot stay the same. Now, there are some women who lost a man and she pretty much was 10 out of 10, and it doesn't seem like there's much she can do. But what you got to remember about the human experience is there's always room for growth. There's always something we could be doing. So when you level up, and meaning if you need to lose weight, you lose weight. If you can stand for a fashion overhaul, a fashion makeover, you need to have that makeover. If that includes your makeup and your hair, then do that as well. If you just going to work and living life, and you got this job, you go to work, you come home, but on your social media, you're not really showing anything, you got to start living your life fully. You got to show something. You need to show the food festival you going to, the Pilates gym you going to, the book that you're reading. Your life need to be showing that you moving. And it's not that you living for him, it's that you living fully. And you're not afraid to post because you're walking in confidence. You walking in your femininity. You are happy about your life. You're not boasting or bragging about your life. You showing your life to show that you have signs of life and that you're living. Your social media is for your distant friends and family. Your social media is to uplift and inspire others. So you might do some things. Let's say you do high rocks. Let's say you go out to eat on a solo date. Let's say you go to the movie or whatever it is. There's women who are sitting at home battling depression, And social media is taking up 4 hours of their day, and they living their life just comparing their life to other women who have a husband or a boyfriend or a better job, better clothes, better car, better shoes, whatever it is. When you take and you post, you are inspiring that woman to start making her some content, to get out the house and go live, to stop just sitting around the house sulking and crying and complaining. You inspiring her to get up and go. So you got to turn it into motivation. It's self-motivation, but it's also motivating others. And when a man see that, he like, man, I must was holding her down. I must was the kryptonite. I must was bringing her down. So now she's not with me. Now she glowing up. Oh my goodness. Now she going, oh man, I need to spin the block. And this why a lot of times a man want to spin the block, which I got videos on that. Why do men come back? Search that after this one. And I'll do an update if I need to. But that's why, because you start doing what you need to do, you making those moves. And so now he say, hey, I got to be there. So that's another thing that makes a man regret losing a woman. Now, the other thing that makes a man regret losing a woman is when a woman doesn't have access to people he knows. So when the people he knows, mutual friends and his family members, cannot reach you, that sends a shocking and chilling message to him. Because a lot of women find themselves in this place where they're like, oh, me and his sister are best friends. No, you're not. Me and his mom get along so well. No, you're not. The man's sister and mom could not care less about you. I know they say differently. You are in their life because of your ex. They will burn you at the stake for your ex. They may say differently with their mouth. They don't mean it. It is a very, 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 very slim chance for a mama, a man mom, to like you better than she like her son. Or for the man's sister to like you better than she like her brother. What men do, and we do this very intentionally, we use our mother or our sister or a mutual friend as a pawn on a chessboard to remain connected to you so that you cannot break the soul tie. And whenever we see you living too much life, we will intentionally ask that mutual connection how you are doing, knowing that they're going to come to you and say, Tony asked how you're doing. He's thinking about you. He's missing you. Knowing that that's going to bother you, trip you up. You might start crying. You might start worrying. You might start wondering. But it's going to hinder your progress in life. And men do that intentionally. So when you break up with a man, you have to immediately break up with mutual friends. And you have to break up with his family, his friends, and his family. And then mutual friends, if they your friends, they can no longer talk to him. They have to break up with him too. It's no exception to the rule, because you will be stuck and you cannot move forward. Because if you meet another man and he find out that you still connected to your ex and you still hanging out with his sister, with his mama, with his friend, you're getting cut off immediately. So unless you want to remain standing still and stuck until this man come back in your life to play you like a duck in a truck ready to get plucked, then you need to cut off all mutual ties and move on with your life. Otherwise, you're going to get played like a deck of cards. And so, if you can't do that, you finna be scarred. And you're about to get screwed. So, those 3 things right there are the top 3 things that makes a man regret losing you. And when I talked about the second one of like you glowing up, to add to that, what you need to do is you need to start a business. You need to do, like, if you already got a business, great, you need to scale it. If you work in a regular job, you need to start a hobby online. So if you don't want to post nothing else, you posting your hobby. If that's making bracelets, if it's braiding hair, if it's a t-shirt line, if it's selling baking, selling desserts, whatever you can do, babysitting, dog walking, virtual assistant, whatever you could do, writing music, dancing, dance lessons, tutoring, get you a logo. Well, you need to go to TonyGastonAcademy.com, either get the all access course and take that right there, 70 plus courses, or you need to join the Solopreneur Mastermind and learn how to build and scale your business, because it's 2 purposes that's going to serve. One, it's going to make him regret losing you because now you a boss. Now you got that brains, brand, body. Now you got the B for brand. That right there is very sexy and attractive to a man. A woman who just got a day job, like a career to where she could be fired, that's not sexy. That's not attractive. But a woman who got something that she is passionate about, that she's building on the side, something that she can't be fired from, that's sexy and attractive, and it sets you apart from majority of women. The other thing it's going to do is it's going to give you something to put your energy and to direct your focus, so you don't have to just sit and be thinking about this man all the time. You get to lock in and focus, and you get to channel all of them emotions, all them feelings, and everything you've been feeling and going through. You get to channel that. And when you channel that into your business, into your brand, into your grind, now you might mess around and become a millionaire from that, because you gave it so much focus. Like the lady who what she did, she started Canva. Look at Canva. That's what I'm talking about. So many of us use Canva. Canva sold for what, 26 billion or something like that. It's like, what you doing? What you waiting on? Like, she like to do graphic design, so guess what she did? Create a site where everybody could be a designer. Just like that. Boom. Got it off the ground. Billions. And they make money off me too. I got the membership. And when I ain't had a membership, I was paying for the pro downloads. They eating. It's worth buying, because now people gonna use Canva for the rest of eternity, because it's more precise than AI. So what are you gonna start? What's coming from your mind? And whatever you want to start, I could help you start it. Any business that you could dream of, I could walk you through it A to Z, because I done started now by every kind of business you could dream of. So I walk you through it. You come to me. I was just talking to a young lady. She was like, "This is what I want to do. This is what I be giving out ideas." And the people be on right now, every single little word I'm saying. I'm like, how in the world you had an idea and didn't know what to write, what to do, how you want to do this, and you don't know none of what to do? But that's how it is. So you got to put your focus there, and that's going to help you. So, hey, this Tony Gaskins, listen, again, you shouldn't be worrying about what's going to make him regret losing you. But I know it's a real question. So the answer is focusing on you 100%. If he see you sitting still, if he see you delete your social media, if he see you go into hiding, if he see you depressed, he hear you stressed, he hear that you's depressed, he hear that you crying all the time, he hear all of this right here, he hear you done chopped off all your hair, he hear you gaining too much weight, or you losing too much weight, or you did it, he happy. He like, yes, she can't live without me. And you losing. So you got to win for you. It ain't about getting vindication against him. It's about you growing and going to the next level. And if you a man watching this, just invert the information. Because if a woman left you, these same steps gonna make her regret losing you too. But hey, this Tony Gaskins. All the important links in the description. God bless you. Make sure you check that out. We'll talk soon.